Okay, it's time to create our new section here. Let's call this the sign up section. Moving back into brackets, let's go ahead and start adding our index.html. Let's go down below the end of our call to action and just above our main container. And let's create a new div class. Let's call this class signup, as we just said. And all of this section that we just talked about will be included in the signup. Alrighty there. Now let's go ahead and create our two div column 2 classes. So we're going to do another column 2, which we've already styled. So div class col 2. And let's go ahead and do another. So I'm going to go ahead and write test in both of these just so we can see what happens because we've already styled this. Let's go ahead and take a look. Okay, there we go. So we have the bottom section here is showing up, and we have test, and these are in a 50-50 style. We're clearly going to need to add a lot more styling. So let's take a look. On the left side here, we have an H1. And then we have a little bit of paragraph text. So we've done this several times, although it's going to be a little bit different. We may be able to use some of the styles from up here. Let's go ahead and use the section title as well again. So let's come in here. Let's enter inside our first column 2, and let's create an H1. And let's give this the class of section left. If you recall, that was the style we used earlier for our H1 in the 2 sections above. So let's go ahead and keep that at section left. And we can also actually add a style here. Let's actually add a style because I want this to be, so we're going to give it the class of section left, but we're going to add a style. Let's do equals text align, and let's make that text align to the left. There we go. And inside that, we're going to say, what was it here? What our fans have to say about awesome. Okay, let's save that and take a look really quickly. Okay, so there we go. Hear what our fans have to say about awesome. Doesn't look very styled, but let's go ahead and continue to complete the index.html here. We also need our P class. So let's do a P class, and this is going to have the section left as well. And let's give this a style, and I want this, I think if I recall correctly, this is in italics. So let's just do that inline here. Let's make the style italics. So we're just going to do style, font, style, and that'll be italic. So that's how we make font italic. And we need to paste in the text. So let's go up here. I learned blah, 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 blah. And this is just like a little testimonial. We'll add this here. And we're also going to, let's go ahead and add the testimonial author as well. So we're going to do John here, and John is going to be what looks to be bolded. So we're going to need a little space here and then to bold John. So let's go ahead and we're going to keep that within the same P tag. And let's just go ahead and add a break tag to give it a line. Let's do another break tag to give it a little extra space. And to bold it, we're going to use this strong tag. And inside the strong tag, we're going to write John Smith. Let's go ahead and save that. Take a look and make sure we're on track. Okay, there we go. So looks pretty good. I mean, obviously not exactly what we want it to look like. We want it to look like this, but we're on the right page. We just have a lot of styling to do. Let's go ahead and set up our form, and then we'll go back and we'll do all the styling for the entire section. So back inside of brackets we go. Let's make sure that we're giving these some comments so we know exactly where we are. I'm going to write end of call 2. Okay, and let's keep moving on. We're going to need to create an entirely new div here. So after the signup div, we need to, or rather, I'm sorry, inside the signup div, so let's keep it inside, we're going to have our second column too. So let's do div class. Oh, and we have already created that. Sorry, I didn't see that at the bottom there. So we have our second column right here. So we're going to be editing everything within this one. And let's add our comment here so we can see this. End of call 2. There we go. Put some space there, get rid of the test, and this is where we're going to input our form. So to put a form in here, we use the form tag. We're also going to give this a class, and let's call this sign up form. There we go. Now that we have a form, we need to add a title to the form. So let's look at our example. Sign up for a 30-day trial. So let's just copy that back into brackets. Let's make this, let's do an H6 tag, and let's paste that in. Very good. Now we need 2 inputs. We need a name and an email, and then we'll have a button that's a submit button. So if we recall earlier, we've used the input field. So let's do input, and we're going to select a type of text. There we go. Let's give this a name of name, and we're also going to do a placeholder again, and this will be name. Now I don't want this to be and let's close that off. So let's do a break tag as well, because we don't want this to be on the same line. And let's do another input here. So our second input is going to be a type email, because we want this to be an email. We're going to give it a name of email. And of course the placeholder will be email. Let's give that a break as well after we close the tag. Very good. And let's do a button as well. So we're going to do a button. Oops. Let's make sure. I can't seem to type right now. So we'll do button. Let's do button style. And let's say do the same one we did earlier, which was trial. Let's go back up actually really quickly and make sure that the button style we used earlier, I think that's what it was called. Okay, so button style, we called it trial. So let's just use that same button style so we don't have to redo that. So we got button style trial. Type is going to be, of course, submit for our button. There we go. And let's give this a value of submit. There we go. And we need to add some text here. So let's write start free trial. And boom. Let's go ahead and save that. Take a look. Okay, there we go. Sign up for 33 whatever trial. Oh, we also have a little bit of text down here at the bottom. Let's go ahead and just copy this. Control C and bring this into brackets. And let's just add some, maybe a P tag here. And we'll give this a style. And we'll, actually, let's not give that. Yeah, let's give this a style. And let's take the font size down to like 11 pixels. So I'm going to do font size 11 pixels. There we go. And let's go ahead and paste this in here. So we don't share blah, 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 blah. Also, the privacy policy has a link to it. So we'll just do an ahref empty link really quickly. I'm going to make sure that ending a link is after privacy policy. This way we can link to our privacy policy if we need to. Let's go ahead and save that and take a look. All right, great. So we have the bones set up. We just now need to style both of these different sections, which we'll go ahead and do in the next video.